I suppose puck support is probably what we're going to be seeing here.
10 seconds remaining.
I can't assume anything else other than a core
5
Viper,
seconds
more specifically a mid Viper, to come out for noEscape as well. So maybe giving away a little too much potentially in the earlier on draft. We'll see. NIP, which heroes Peter Pan Dam going to play? Something like an Oracle kind of feels good here, I feel. Good save, of course. Seems like a PPD style hero too. Also, now with the Viper, it's, of course, a cue for NIP to think about, okay, they're up against a decent breakability, so not picking a hero that's susceptible to that. Specifically more of the core options. The no Spectres here going to be coming out. Magnus is still available. I know, again, he's been pretty popular today, especially that mid-Magnus. Not going to see it yet, though. Instead, we're going to see the Lich option for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Sinister's Gaze now draining mana as well.
NIP's turn to pick.
Weaver.
Solid addition there to the ability. As Weaver happens for noEscape. 4th pick, Weaver. I suppose there's not a lot of strong lockdown right now for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It is a bit of a setup, you know, between Earth Spirit, although he's got a silence, could be good, but it does feel like a decent Weaver game right now. But they still have 2 picks to come. Ninjas in Pyjamas trying to figure out what those are going to be. Down to 20 seconds remaining.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, they go the CK. Certainly a core that brings lockdown. I seen it earlier. I mean, we've seen a couple of CK games happening, and he hasn't had the greatest success today. Now, you know, it's been on a plethora of different teams, lesser experienced teams, I'll put it that way, so that's fair.
5 seconds remaining.
Does feel pretty good right now at what he's up against, though, to be fair, against noEscape's lineup. Don't have a lot of ways to deal with the Phantasm.
NIP's turn to ban.
They do ban the Magnus, so yeah, Magnus still certainly could have been a potential. And that RP definitely could have been a powerful tool this game against the Weaver.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So NIP is the one that's used a fair amount of their reserve time as this draft has moved along.
NIP's Radiant team pick.
Admiral Kunkka.
Kunkka is a great pick here against the Weaver. Almost not surprising at all to see the Kunkka pick.
10 seconds remaining.
And no matter mid-hero you pick, of course, Viper is always going to be a pretty solid matchup for no matter who you
5
go
seconds
or who
remaining.
you draft for your side. So yes, Viper is probably decent against Kunkka, but again, that's going to be the case usually no matter what. Get a couple of bracers on Kunkka, could be more than fine. So noEscape. This is that awkward spot of, are they about to final pick a position 5 support? Because unless they're doing some quirky, I mean, we've seen Weaver supports in the past. Could that make a comeback here? I suppose with those final 2 picks, maybe the core Weaver is a little less likely potentially. That means they would have to run like a 5 puck though with a 4 Weaver. It's getting odd here. It's getting odd. Please hover over all the neutral items. If you've been watching my cast today, I've actually been making a priority to do that because I agree. Obviously, that's one of those things that's new for everyone, and I'm making a point to watch, whenever neutral items are picked up, to make a point who has them, what they do. So I will continue to try to be on top of that.
Templar
You
Assassin.
may now select your heroes.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. So it's going to be a support Viper? Or, wait, is Flo... Hold on. Yeah, no, Flo's our offlaner, so Shu, he is their position 5. So it's actually going to be a support Viper. Really? I guess with the change to poison attack, you can kind of look at that as a support tool. It's not horrendous in theory. Have we been seeing a lot of Viper in this qualifiers? He's actually, okay, Viper has been a fairly picked up hero. So now I'm actually kind of wondering, has he been played as support? From what I'm quickly glancing at, it doesn't look like. It looks like he's definitely been more of a core hero in the teams that have been picking him up. Interesting. Well, alrighty then. That is a support Viper coming out for noEscape. Yeah, I'm all for it, especially after a big patch, theory crafting and trying different stuff. And again, it's one of those, like, when you really think about it,
Prepare for battle.
Viper as a support hero is bringing an ability that decreases magic resistance and can be pretty potent, especially when you have level 4 of the ability. You're potentially looking at, what would that be, 30 or 46%, 45%, excuse me, 45% magic resistance taken away. So, that's it's not bad. That's a nice damage amp for a couple of your heroes, specifically the Puck, who happens to also be a support, but you get the point. Let me make sure overlay is good. Anyways, we'll see how it performs. Early bounty rune control. Looks like this time noEscape is definitely going to make a priority up here at the top lane to control these at least.
30 seconds to battle.
Yamsun, he is playing the Weaver, so position 1 Weaver. Once again, you see both NIP cores picking up that buckler from the very beginning, just like they did in the game prior.
The battle
Yamsun, he's
begins.
going to try to be sneaky here. 1 second left. Ooh, he sees the Venomancer. He's not going to go for it. 3 bounty runes picked up by NIP, by the way. There's still one chilling up here at the top watching Yamsun, though. And he's going to Shikuchi again to survive. But this one's still here. That's because there's a fight breaking out. In fact, Skitter, he's going to end up going down. Sonic picks up the first blood. So it might be 3-0 NIP, but at least noEscape does get the first blood. And, yeah, the rune is still here, by the way. NIP knows this because they have vision on it. So They may actually still get first blood. In fact, they're going to run down Puck. Puck went Waning Rift. They know this. So they try to take advantage of him not having the orb. However, they cannot run him down. But Lich is actually just going to go pick up the Bounty Rune, and it will end up being 4-0 NIP when it comes to the Bounty Runes once again.
For the dead.
That is something. Back-to-back games. Again, they get the first blood. Obviously, that's good for noEscape, but I still think NIP is just fine with that. So we have Kunkka versus that Templar Assassin in the mid. Kunkka's dominating the mid matchup right now. 6-2 versus 2-1 TA. Sonic. Up in the Fairy Fire. Peter Pan Dam running him down. It's not going to be enough damage in the end. Flo, though, he's by himself, and they know this. They take full advantage. Puck. Busy getting away from the Lich, and good rotation over to take out what then ended up being the solo Beastmaster.
Denied. A mysterious force.
The support Viper down here, pulling some jungle. You have Biver and Universe nearby, spotting him out, but not going to be able to do a lot right now. Sonic again using that reality rift.
Let the world end
Waning rift,
now.
excuse me.
It
The
matches
reality
my
rift's on the other
dream.
side. Doesn't matter though.
Oh,
You're all washed up.
Chaos Knight ends up helping to secure that kill, and now we're looking at 2-1 lead for NIP when it comes to the hero kills.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's one of the couriers going down. Looks like Biver manages to take out Yamsun's courier. Guessing it was on the way back. But yeah, CK now positioning to get some good CS. But unlike last game, this is all three cores on the Radiant side are actually farming pretty well. Last game it was just dominating by NIP when it came to the laning phase. Certainly good news there for noEscape. Beastmaster, no wild axes being picked up. We saw the Beastmaster game earlier where those wild axes got early on, but matchup in that case dealing with the Nagasara wanted to help kill some illusions. This is more the traditional as what we have seen, of course, as of late, even prior to the patch for Beastmasters.
regeneration.
Weaver is having the top farm in the game right now when it comes to CS, though. 21-1 again. You support Viper. It on paper it does sound pretty good. Viper is, of course, a king of harassment in the laning phase, and you put him on a support role when he could just focus on that over even CSing. It seems like it should be pretty good. Mid lane Romjek, fractions on cooldown, taking some damage. And Venomancer's farm is certainly a little bit behind the others. Five minutes, bounty runes coming in. A couple of bounty runes picked up there by noEscape. Ends up being a 2 for 2. Viper needs to kick away the Viper. He's in trouble. Viper trying to run him down. Venomancer shows up. And it should be enough for Earth Spirit to get away. They're going to charge after Flow. Puck nearby. Just jumps in. Warps forward. Skitter. Actually, Sonic going really deep over here. And they actually just keep going on to Beastmaster now. Universe goes down at the bottom lane, but they do kill Flow up here. And then bottom Shu actually denies Yamsun on top of that. So taking advantage of the Venomancer dot. Ends up denying his teammate. And now Biver, it's certain death for him. He knows it. Just trying to make it happen sooner than later. So this Viper support, seems like he's handling his own down here at the bottom lane. Oh, well, they end up finding Sonic, though, after all of that as well, here at the top. And Chaos Knight, after that early death, getting first blooded. He's 3-0-1 since then. No gaze picked up yet by the Lich as the Courier nearly going down right there. Weaver charging in. There's our Spirit nearby. Our Spirit's going to roll in. In fact, Weaver is able to get another Shikuchi off, though. So we now are at 7 minutes. That means the neutral items can drop. And there's one. Peter Pan Dam right off the bat picks up an Iron Talon. He hands it off to Chaos Knight. So as I said earlier, make a point to hover over them as they are. A lot of these neutral items are new.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Or have been a while since they've been in the game. This puck gets away from Lich there, but now Flow's going to be pulled in. Sonic, he doesn't have a lot of firepower. They know this. Due to it being on cooldown, it looks like Flow should be able to escape, though. Poor man shield picked up by Knee. Or Shu. Solid tag there. Knee. That's a pretty damn good item for the Weaver here in this case. Beastmaster, they go on him once again. Puck, he's making his way over. The shield is up, though. And Flow, he's trying to juke through the trees. Another rift in 2 more seconds. This could be a death. Flow, he's using the boars. The Chaos Bolt is out of range. He goes to black, and he is going to be fine. Skitter, if that Chaos Bolt lands, you figure that might be a kill. Oh, Byverdess at the bottom lane, though. Yamsun credit for the kill. Back to the top lane. They jump on a Chaos Knight, and Chaos Knight's going to fall. That's a 3-kill streak stopper going the way of Sonic. As PPD does have a gaze now, he's going to pull him right back into the creeps and actually does get revenge immediately for his teammate right there. They want more. Gunnar, he's in. Torrent, it's actually going to miss because he got stunned initially, but it doesn't actually matter. PPD with the double kill. And phase boots get delivered to Kunkka in the meantime as he ports back to the mid lane, preventing TA from pushing further. Tries to hit him with the Torrent, but he goes another direction. He is cut off, though, with the Gale of Venomancer. That is something to think about now, too, is the fact that you have a TA into a Venomancer. Oops.
Straight to the bottom with you.
They cut him off completely. CK comes from another angle, and they just drop him.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So Templar Assassin's actually doing, even despite that death, you see second overall net worth right now. Even the Weaver pretty much tied, but Kunkka, Gunnar leading the way. Gunnar Classic here, of course, on the Kunkka. $10-minute spawn. So not only the bounty runes, but now those outposts available. And we do see each team picking it up. So there's a nice experience boost. Bounty runes, I believe. Yeah, they got 3, right? Yeah, only 1 for NIP. So bounty runes actually controlled by noEscape there. Certainly doing much better this game. Gunnar
Dire's
He picks up the
top
poor
tower
man shield
is
as
under
well.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You see what he's thinking about building, that Heaven's Halberd and a Radiance even to follow. Weaver has that Maelstrom queued up. Great farming tool for him.
Dire's
Speaking of farming tool, Chaos Knight also going his, and that would be the Hand of Midas, of course. Needs that recipe. The Iron Talon
Dire's top
helping
tower
him get
has
there.
been denied.
It's a mango tree picked up by Romjek. See where he plants it. Smoke play by a couple, meanwhile, nearby. Both Viper and Puck, and reiterate, Viper is a
Radiant
support.
are scanning.
Puck with the Veil of Discord, so they have a lot of magic amp right now. Level 4 poison attack as well. They open up right there, not the opening they were looking for. As we end up playing some mid-wars instead. Jump in. Trap slows down Gunner. Sonic going aggressive. So is Yamsun. He's very aggressive. I mean, he has time lapse, but he's really deep in here. Torrent, ooh, just out of range. So noEscape playing with fire there, it feels like, but nothing really happens in the end. Meanwhile, you do have Beastmaster farming the top. He's got a Vlad's picked up. No neutral items on him currently. Is being spotted here, ward in the area for NIP. So they're very aware where he's at, as well as this Viper. Ship combo, the Shark eats him. And PPD will actually kill Secure right there. He's now 4-0-2 on the Lich. Go ahead and give credit to the Kunk on that one. Bottom lane. Weaver's getting a little low, but he doesn't care. He wants Shikuchi in. He already uses time lapse, by the way. He wants the kill on Chaos Knight, and damn it, he gets it. So it proves to be the aggressive play for the benefit. Double kill for Yamsun, as he got great support from both the Puck and the Beastmaster as well. And we have a 2,000 net worth lead right now for noEscape. They're going to take the outpost over here. And Kunkka, not much he can do about it, just by himself. He is somewhat tanky. Double bracer, poor man shield, buckler. That's not going to stop them, though, apparently. They want to go in. The insects put up. Weaver, yeah, that would be quite the dive. I don't think it's worth going that deep. Although Puck might have another idea. He doesn't have a Dream Coil back here, though. Earthspirit, he jumped in with the Magnetize. They get one, they get two. They might get a third. Sonic, can he somehow escape? The Torrent gonna miss. Sonic still walking away slowly. That Gale, though, the Poison Sting as well. It is slowing him down massively. The roll in from Viper, and Gunner will finish the job. So they end up with 3 kills. And the chase initially onto the Kunkka does bite them in the ass. So initially that situation looked pretty good for noEscape, but they do kind of throw a couple of deaths their way. And suddenly the net worth is actually back to pretty even. Keen Optic picked up by Romjek meanwhile.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Probably not an item we're going to see left on him. More of a caster item. Perhaps, honestly, for the Viper, might not be bad this game. And yeah, he's going to hand it off. Smoke play. Coming out for the Radiant. Meanwhile, up here, the Weaver gets caught out. The Sentry put down. He could not time lapse, so the team was coming over. Ooh, instead they go for Roshan, so they're trying to take advantage now of NIP being distracted, getting a kill. 15-minute bounty runes are spawning. They are going to control the bounty runes, of course, as a result, and the outpost, at least the Radiant got one of the outposts there for the experience gain. This is quite the risky maneuver by them. It may work out, though. NIP, they got to be questioning where they're at. But it looks like it is. There's the Aegis picked up by Romjek. Meanwhile, mid lane initiation. Lich. Chain Frost used. It stops pretty quickly. Shu ends up getting the kill onto him. Shu's going to go down himself, but a 1-for-1 turn. TA, he's torn it up. Sonic is here to protect. Can't do much about it, though. CK pulling, the Phantasm comes out, and Templar Assassin is completely surrounded by the 4 horsemen right there. Aegis will bring him back up. Sonic jaunting forward. He's getting low. The Magnetize ticking him down. Viper gets away before TA can cut him down. And down goes TA for 45 seconds now. Yamsun's back in this fight. He's already used Time Lapse, though. He gets pulled back in by the X. And he goes down as well. noEscape. They've been making some decent decisions this game and looking so much better here in Game 2. That was not one of them, though. Again, just like this bottom lane, they get too greedy. They go too far. And even with the Aegis, they somehow get dropped in that fight. So getting that Roshan just prior to that essentially means nothing. And now Viper is going to get picked off again at the bottom lane. Thanks to the CK and the Venomancer. One fault of this Radiant draft, no doubt, and we didn't really talk too much about, but the lack of stun control. I mean, you essentially only have Primal Roar, which is an your stuns are 2 ultimates. It's Puck's Dream Coil, which is kind of a pseudo-stun. And then you have Primal Roar, which is a single target stun. So outside of that, they do not have great lockdown at all. Sure, they have a lot of slows, but what does that really do in the end? You can't lock people in place. Clumsy net, not purchased, picked up by Romchek, if only. It's one of those funky items. Idea that ensnares yourself as well. Probably not the best on Weaver. Although, honestly, with the lack of crowd control, it is something that this Radiant team definitely may want to use on somebody, maybe the Viper even. Here's the Radiance finished on Gunner. So Kunkka gets the Radiance. He actually got some Vampire Fangs as well that he found. Or somebody did. And this is one of those really strong Tier 2 items. You see it picked up and you're just like, yeah. Whoever gets that, it's going to love it.
Tower is under attack.
Hey, Mango Tree. Venomancer pinged out in the jungle.
Bottom tower is under attack.
As Weaver's going to run away before he gets caught up to it. That's a long TP. He's TPing to the outpost.
Is under attack.
Coming to the top lane. Not sure why, to be honest, because it's already pushed in. I was trying to make some use of farm up here. Romchek actually finds an Imp Claw as well. And TA actually seems like a very good hero to have that on. That or the Weaver. He actually hands it off to the Weaver. Okay. So Weaver will take advantage of the Imp Claw now. Gets that crit, 10-second cooldown.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down here, they catch up to Puck. They shift Orb. He's trying his best. It's not going to be enough. He uses Dream Coil as well. Hold him in place a little bit longer, but you know what? He distracted enough to allow for the tower kill. So it's actually not the worst death ever. You see Beastmaster. A couple of Zaros have been finished. Both the Helm of the Dominator and the Vlads.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That Radiance on Kunkka, though. He does go at first over the Heaven's Halberd, so of course he is farming the Halberd now. He is going to just about have enough to purchase the Sange. Then needs the evasion after. NIP's taking over the Radiant jungle down here. Weaver did finish that Maelstrom recently, though. Again, was given the Imp Claw. 20 minutes, by the way. And again, both teams do control an outpost. So both get that experience gain. And it looks like the bounty runes are going to be an even split, 2 for 2.
Radiant are scanning.
Top lane is that? No, they're just pushing out the lane. We saw, was that Earth Spirit? Yeah, Earth Spirit actually has a Nether Shawl on him. Seen this a couple of times. Does feel pretty good on Earth Spirit, actually, enhancing magic damage quite a bit. Sure, -4 armor, but he's not too concerned about that, especially what else he has as far as other items go. Good enhancement for that Magnetized. Bottom lane Sonic, he's got Dream Coil. Bale's ready, he pops it, he's going in. TPs are coming, Yamsun's here, but there is also support from NIP as well, including the poured in with the bots of Venomancer, and they were ready for this all along. It seems like NIP was baiting Chaos Knight, and it works out. Now again, all they get is a kill on the support Viper, but naturally a tier 2 tower to fall after as well. Fortification going to delay things a little bit.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Kunkka does almost have that Heaven's Halberd finish now. So TA, who by the way has an Essence Ring, yet another neutral item. Burst of health. We saw it on a Storm Spirit earlier in the day. That seems like a hero that certainly benefits from that item. TA not as much necessarily, but I mean it's going to be good on any core, right? The Life Essence burst heal. Potentially pretty good.
Haste.
WTF is a pseudo stun. I'm more so using that term in the sense of it's a stun where the enemy needs to kind of react for the stun to happen. I don't know if that's necessarily the appropriate term, but that's what I'm getting at. I assume that was pretty obvious. Anyways, Templar Assassin, he got caught. Lockdown is not lacking on NIP's side, especially with that Kunkka nearby. Sonic gets this bottom outpost. It's not even close to the 25-minute mark, though, so more so using it for vision and TP support. But up here, another catch, this one on the Beastmaster. And Flo, he ends up falling as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Support Viper does have that 4 staff now. And you see Universe goes back down and picks the outpost back up for themselves. In fact, they're also going to get the top one, so still a minute and a half before 25 minutes, but obviously map control regained by NIP.
Dire's middle tower is under
Chaos
attack.
Knight with 3,600 gold saved up.
Radiant's top tower
By the way,
is
there's a
under
lot of couriers. Look at it's the army of couriers. He's going to kill one. Can he get another? No. Sonic hit those 3 couriers there for a second. He ends up picking off one of them. $6,000 net worth lead for NIP. So we're not talking about anything too dramatic right now. Take a look at both the net worth and the experience, and the overall win probability, favoring NIP 77-23 right now.
Dire's bottom tower
Win
is under
condition for the
attack.
Radiant team
Radiant's
continues to be
middle
behind
tower
this
is
TA
under
and
attack.
the Weaver. Romjek, that's not going to help their cause. Forced to use a BKB to teleport out right there, though. And Lich, he's caught elsewhere, though. Which does end up going down. Looks like the Primal Roar used by Flo to make that happen.
Dire's bottom tower
A
is
full
under
Mjolnir now
attack.
finished on Weaver, so that with the Imp Claw, I mean, he's definitely doing some decent damage. By the way, 25 minutes is coming up. You see that Dire captures this bottom outpost out here. Weaver was trying to, but no. The experience going the way of NIP. Skitter kills Shu elsewhere. There is a fight taking place up top. We see Weaver making his way out. Back to the top lane now. Pull in from Skitter with that Reality Rid, but he is being massively slowed down, so they may not have stuns, but again, the slow's doing work. And Skitter eventually is killed off. He buys the Manta style. He is out for a minute now. Gunnar, Radiant's burn, the turn with the Torrent, but with all 5 there from the Radiant side, there's not much more you can do about it. That's a 3-kill streak stopper on him. Shu actually getting credit for it. And 576 gold going his way, so that buyback very worth it. So despite the outpost control by NIP getting that experience chunk, the fight definitely a one from noEscape. And Puck is actually on the verge of right-clicking an Ags. Yikes. That's definitely a strong pick to be had. Oh, well, actually he buys a blink and now he's thinking 4 steps, so never mind. He's completely changing his idea. I mean, I kind of like the Ags idea. They are lacking lockdown, and that's an item that certainly would provide a little bit more potentially. Now, they aren't going up against BKB, so maybe that's the one thing where it's like, is it really that worth it? That's what he was thinking. But either way, Roshan made attempted. Universe jumps in. Aegis is picked up by Romjek. And that Poison Nova activated, though, so the BKB from TA is helping for now. It's going to wear off soon, however. Puck is picked up in the midst of this Chain Frost bouncing around. Eventually stops, though. So Venomancer goes down after casting that Poison Nova. Kunkka is up in a second. He certainly is going to be TP'd into the shrine. It looks like Viper, he's caught up to. And now Weaver, can he escape? Shikuchi away. The silence, the roll from Viper, and he lands. Making it look easy. Finds the kill on Weaver. Templar Assassin does not want to give up that Aegis. He will blink out and be fine. He also got the cheese, by the way. So both Roshan kills do go the way of noEscape. But yet again, just like the first one, after the Roshan kill happens, NIP then seems to win a fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Another neutral item. Craggy Coat, currently on Skitter. Not sure if he's going to keep that, to be honest. Very basic item, but yeah, it looks like he already handed it off, actually. To Kunkka, maybe? Okay, he does hand it off to Kunkka. So that's plus 13 hours, so minus 35 attack speed. I guess Kunkka not as concerned about attack speed. More about that big hit initially with a Tidebringer. Yeah, plus 13 armor is a lot. You see the plate mail he also has in his inventory. That's plus 10 armor, so even slightly more. He is tanky, and you're dealing against a couple of heavy physical damage cores on the other side, so definitely makes sense. Honestly, I think Venomancer would actually benefit from that very well, even more than the Kunkka.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Assault Kuros attempting to be finished by Kunkka in the meantime, so... Oh, what else was that, by the way? That was the spider legs on Chaos Knight. He's got the increased movement speed as well as the turn rate. And the scurry ability as well. That's huge. Yeah, you see him activated right there, chopping down the trees.
Dire's top
Freely
tower
running
is under
forward.
attack.
Helm of the Dominator just got by somebody. Excuse me, Helm of the Undying. So many items.
Radiant's middle tower
We'll take a look at that in a second as Puck is trying to snipe some more couriers. He sees them, Sonic, being slippery. He's trying to. He's going for this courier, baby. Gets it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Sonic the courier sniper. Meanwhile, just to his left, they're going to pick off Beastmaster. It was also being a little bit of a distractor against NIP. Clearly is the game plan of noEscape. Uh-oh. Another courier? Oh, no. There's that. Keeping him alive, and now they baited. Yep, they figured he might still be in the area. NIP baits with the courier, and they do secure the kill on a Puck. That was well played. Something tells me we're going to start seeing more of that as well. It's, by the way, 30 minutes. Outpost, it's 1-for-1, so they each get the experience. And we do see the bounty runes now being picked up as well. So who got the Helm of the Undying? Was it on the other side? We do see Templar getting the Titan Sliver. It's an item that got nerfed in the most recent patch, but still pretty strong. Gunner also just got one of his own. We'll see if he uses it, but yeah, it's just a nice, solid stat item to have. Okay, Weaver has the Helmet Undying right now, and it might come into play. They try to jump in, but unable to do so. You see him swap in the BKB. As he was jumped right there. He also has that Enchanted Quiver. So doing my best to highlight over the neutral items here. I know that was asked for. A lot going on. He gets dusted up. Primal Roar, though, stopping our Spirit. Weaver goes back in as if he wants to kill. Skitter's here, though, and now he Reality Rift jumps in, but a little too slippery as he amps on once again. He time-lapses back. He can't kill Biver. It's a lost cause, and he has to get the hell on out of here now. And with that Phantasm, certainly CK going to easily push this top lane in. Top tower more so. So that was a 1-for-1 trade apparently here in the mid lane, making a 2-for-1. As Shu ends up going down. So now Weaver joins in, going to be gazed forward. Support's coming over, being that CK in the Earth Spirit. Weaver's too damn fast, though, for now. Another Shikuchi's coming up. Biver, can he chase? He's going for it. The silence. The roll in. Biver's on fire with this Earth Spirit. Again, makes it look so easy. There's a Helm of the Undying, though. And Weaver, he's going to time lapse. What an item on him. It doesn't.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so that doesn't work.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I wonder if he knew that too, or if he just learned that as well. Anyways, he's out for a minute. No buyback. And NIP's now just going to push.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That was a blink. Wait.
Middle tower is under attack.
A blink just get killed on the courier? I think that's what that was. That was PPD's courier? Wow.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Again, it doesn't really matter too much though for NIP with Weaver still dead for another 30 seconds.
Middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle.
They do get the melee racks, but Dreamquo coming out from Sonic, trying to make them pay for sticking around a little bit too long. Gaze in, maybe Sonic's the one that's going to pay. He absolutely is. He buys back immediately. Roar was also used, but NIP not interested in sticking around too much longer. Starting to run now. Just look how tanky this Kunkka is. That craggy coat. Titan Sliver. Oh, Sonic, what are you doing? Sonic jumping into absolute death. He is out for 95 seconds now. No buyback for him. Viper trying to TP out in front of them. That ain't working either. And noEscape again. They looked decent at points in this game. They really had. They had actually a lead earlier on. They've gotten both the initial 2 Roshan kills. But they are starting to get a little sloppy now, and NIP's capitalizing with it. Skitter, he also has a Satanic coming. So you thought he was already a tough kill with his own Titan Sliver. Oh, I guess it gets handed off to him. Kunkka now has this Torrent Storm, by the way. Haven't seen this yet. Axe pickup from Kunkka. Top lane. Flo is going to force a little bit of a response. Making the best of a bad situation. Outpost picked up here. In fact, both outposts now controlled by the Radiant team currently, as we have about 30 seconds remaining. TA, though, uh-oh. She gets caught. She has a BKB. It ain't going to matter there. 90 seconds out for, has a buyback.
I saw that ending from miles away.
Universe. He's got his support coming in. Weaver wants to finish the job, but can't just yet. He has a time lapse elsewhere, and instead Beastmaster is left alone to get picked off. Still a minute and a half before Roshan's up, as we do hit 30 minutes, and both sides controlling an outpost. So we'll receive that experience gain. You see right there, Venomancer having that level 20 or level 15 talent even, summoning the 2 wards.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Trying to take a bit of a dip now in that net worth and overall experience lead. 97-3 now, favoring NIP as far as win probability goes. Obviously, a lot of that also has to do with the fact they have 2 sets of racks now destroyed. I see a couple of neutral items chilling here.
Radiant's top
Helmet
tower
and
is
die on
under
the Imp Claw.
attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's so weird going to a fountain and seeing all these couriers flying around.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Weaver popping the BKB, going aggressive with this. He's got time lapse. You see that huge hit right off the bat. And Dream Coil's used from Sonic. He does have that helmet on dying now, by the way. It is going to proc right there, so he's probably dead. Yep, he is. He's out for 80 seconds. Buyback from that Viper. Yamsa gets pulled back in. The time lapse was on cooldown. And a triple kill for Skitter. Skitter, 4,400 life with that Satanic. He gets an ultra kill. He ain't being stopped right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think NIP on the verge of taking this series now 2-0, so noEscape. They do call the GG. A much better effort here in Game 2, but NIP certainly the better team. And they showed that good coordination on their part, forcing those objectives and winning the game in the end. So another fun one in the books, but NIP, they stay undefeated here today as far as the group stages so far. Of course, Day 2 is where things get really interesting. One of the bigger matchups of these group stages. NIP is set to play Evil Geniuses tomorrow, as well as Zalato. But Evil Geniuses, that first match for them tomorrow being the Day 2 and the second and final day of the group stages. So that's going to be the important one. We'll see how that ultimately works, as both of those teams, of course, are 2-0 in the group stages now. As on the other side, you look at noEscape, unfortunately 0-0-2. A rough start. We'll see how they continue into tomorrow. So one of the open qualifier teams. I knew it was going to be a tough journey in the first place. But all right, that actually does it for our coverage of Group B for the North American region for tonight. Group A, I believe, is still going on. That is on the official DreamLeague channel. If I'm not mistaken over there, I believe they're going into what's going to be their final series of the night. Fighting Pandas versus We Dislike Bears. The other open qualifier team there going up against Fighting Pandas. That's some Group A action. That is over twitch.tv/DreamLeague, I believe. So you can check out that if you like for some more NA coverage. For Group B, though, it is concluded and going to be wrapping up for day number 1. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. Once again, I was Breaky CPK, your commentator. I'll be back tomorrow for more NA coverage. And tomorrow, again, it's how it works with this format. The top 2 teams in each group move on to the playoff stage here of the major qualifiers. The third place team then goes to the minor qualifiers. And the 4th and 5th place teams do get knocked out of both of what's essentially the major and the minor qualifiers. Obviously, with the season, they've kind of put them together. So that's the general idea of what we're looking at with the group stages and moving forward. But Dota's in an interesting, yet I think a great and fun spot right now. I know there's many opinions out there, but I certainly was entertained my first official day of casting some of the new patch. So I'm definitely excited to get going into it once again tomorrow. I'll be watching plenty more as well and enjoying the great Dota that we have ahead of us. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, going to be wrapping up. Again, I was Breaky CPK. Have a good night. Congratulations in this case to NIP. We'll be back tomorrow for day number 2. More action here from the DreamLeague Major Qualifiers. Until then, have a good night.